Ashley Robustiano is talking all about TikTok, and we all have to have it downloaded. So if you haven't downloaded it yet, make sure that you're downloading it right now. And I know that some of you guys are thinking, like, you don't want to use TikTok or you're too old for TikTok. And there's two people that stick out in my head of why we need to explore new platforms. The first one is Gary Vee. He says that we need to test out every new platform and it may be a dud. Like, does anyone remember Periscope? That was like hot for a second. So like, and he was like all about that. And so there might be these platforms that are super like fun and exciting and then they die down, or it's going to blow up and that's where the next population of all of our prospects are going to be. So that's one reason. And then Shalene Johnson says always ask a 13-year-old, so at the time she was like referring to her kids, but ask the 13-year-olds where they're hanging out on social media, and that's where you need to be, even though obviously you're not 13, because that's the next population that's going to be buying your product. So go download TikTok if you don't have it. A lot of announcements, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet by saying click on the announcements tab in Fit Vibes Tribe, and that is going to be all of the announcements from Super Saturday. There's new shake flavors. There is a new Bevy product coming out. There's a new workout program. We're obviously launching in France, and there's a new group for that. Like literally everything you need to know is in that announcements tab. One other thing that I was going to mention that's happening soon. I forgot it. And last but not least, I'm pregnant, if you didn't see my announcement. I'm going to be 15 weeks on Wednesday, and I'm so relieved that I can like just finally share that out in the open. But thank you. Thank you. I'm super excited.
Sneak peek on Wednesday.
That was it. Thank you. I was like, something's coming up. Coach Sneak Peek is on Wednesday. If you guys are doing your own sneak peeks, totally cool. But we have one going where if you don't have anything to invite somebody to, invite them to learn more about coaching. The group is literally called Coach Sneak Peek, so we can add you in and you can add in your prospects. We are sharing a bunch of stories, like how we got started with coaching and why we got started with coaching up until Wednesday night. And then Wednesday night, we are going live both on Zoom and then streaming it into the group for everyone to get the actual tips on like what we do, how we earn money, biggest fears that people had when they were about to start coaching, and all of that good stuff. So again, that's open for everybody, and it's going to be a good time. The actual event is Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, thank you, Colleen. All right, handing it over to Ashley with TikTok tutorial.
Hi guys. Okay. Wow, thanks for being here. I know TikTok can be controversial, like Sam was saying. At first, I'm going to share my screen, but this used to actually be called something different, this app, and Gary Vee actually talked about it at our Coach Summit when he was our speaker in 2016. But yeah, so make sure you guys have it downloaded on your phone, because I'm going to give you just some like basics, but then I'm going to actually kind of walk you through how to like record a TikTok, where you can find things on TikTok, editing. And then if you guys have any questions, like if you've been trying to do something on there and I didn't answer that tonight, just from what I'm talking about, you can either just unmute yourself or type in the chat. And then I'll try my best. I'm not an expert, but I'm just having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, so let me share my screen here. You can all see that, right? Okay. So like I said, TikTok for me is just making social media fun. So Instagram obviously is super fun because it's with a lot of pretty pictures, you know, compared to like Facebook, and people do videos on it. And with video being one of the best ways that we can form connections with people other than that face-to-face interaction, I know like there's IGTV, and that's why people love Instagram stories so often. So this is just another app that we can form that authentic connection with people on, especially right now, you guys, people I don't know, like, I'm sure we're all missing, like, even for us introverts, like, we're missing that face-to-face interaction with people and that connection. So if we can give another form of just like humor or our personalities, that's what, to me, TikTok is. So why you should be on TikTok for your health and fitness biz. So a lot of you might think TikTok is just dancing, or it's just voiceovers, or it's funny this, funny that. And yes, it can be that, but it also can just be whatever you want it to be. Like, you don't need to dance to be on TikTok. You don't have to do the dances on TikTok. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing on TikTok. You can literally put anything on there. It's just another video platform. But like Sam was saying, as social media influencers, which is what we all are, we need to stay on top of the trends and not be afraid to try new things. So for an example, for those of you that have been around for a while, just like, I'm not great at trying new things. When Beachbody On Demand started getting talked about, I was terrified of Beachbody On Demand, you guys, because I built my business on selling new program challenge packs to people when they finished their one program. I got them started with a new challenge pack with a new program. So when Beachbody On Demand came out, I was like, oh my God, no, this is going to shut down my business. Like, I was totally against it. And then, like everything else, you embrace it, you take baby steps, you learn it, and you end up loving it. So that's kind of how TikTok came along for me. So like I was saying, TikTok was actually originally called Musical.ly. I don't know if any of you guys remember that name. I know Jackie Newberry's on the call. I know she knows what that is because I know her nieces were on it, and I remember talking to her about it in Nashville. But so it used to be called Musical.ly, which was for a lot of like middle school kids. It was like, 12-year-olds and stuff like that. And it kind of just died out, went away, and I don't know if it just got rebought or whatever, but now it's called TikTok. So it was Musical.ly. So if you actually search my name, I actually have another profile. They're very embarrassing videos. But when Gary Vee came to Summit, in our summit in Nashville in 2016, he was one of our keynote speakers, and he said that Musical.ly was going to be one of the next big platforms that we needed to get comfortable with and get into, because it was going to blow up, because video was the next thing that was going to happen with social media. And so Musical.ly didn't technically make it, but it got turned into TikTok. So Gary, of course, was right. And here is TikTok. So you will find a lot of younger people on TikTok. That's why I feel like a lot of times you feel people like hashtagging over 30 or over 25 or over 4. I mean, there's all age. I see like people in their 60s and 70s on TikTok. Like, there's all age groups on TikTok now. It's not just the younger, group of people. So we need to just be staying on top of the trends and not be afraid to jump in. So TikTok, the fun thing about TikTok is that you can just show your authentic personality and build great connections. So when I was chatting with these guys about why I loved TikTok so much, it's because I feel like I can share my true personality. Not that I can't on Instagram, but I feel like sometimes on Instagram, even when we go to talk on our stories, like, if you're not a Nicole Faulkner who is so like authentically herself on her stories, which I strive to be every single day, you still kind of feel like you need to get that perfect angle and the perfect this and the perfect that before you hit post. And so TikTok, you can just kind of be goofy, and if you like to dance, or you were a dancer or a cheerleader or whatever, and you're like, ooh, that's a fun choreography, you can do one of the dances. Or if you find I do a lot of the voiceovers on there that are just like funny, like mom things, anything that basically relates to me and my like market that I'm trying to attract. I just have fun with it, and people can see my personality shine through just me having a good time. So I think it can just show like your authentic personality with just doing things that you enjoy, not so much focusing on like posting your daily workouts and your daily this that we do more so on Instagram. You can still totally do that on here, But for me, I use it a lot just to kind of show my personality and what I'm enjoy, to kind of build up my audience. And then I slowly like want to start introducing like even just like my energize, like people seeing that colored drink in my video so often, so people ask and they're curious. But so like Instagram stories are so big, people love to see video. It's the best way to form a connection with someone other than that face-to-face interaction. Let me just check this. Oops. Oh yeah, Beachbody on demand. Okay. Okay, so take out your phones. And we are going to, if you haven't done this yet, we're going to set up your TikTok profile. I don't know if you have been on the app. I don't know if you've noticed that some people just pop up as like user and then like 15 numbers after it. We don't want to be that. We want to be our own person. So we're going to go to, this is what your screen looks like just when you click me on your app. And so then you can click edit profile. And in there, that's where you can put your username. I just have the same as my Instagram, I think that's, just easy to, you can link your Instagram, but I think if it's the same, then it just makes it easier for people to try to search you elsewhere. So mine is just the same as my Instagram. I'm pretty sure that's my same picture from my Instagram too. But so you want to have a nice photo of your, just like on Instagram, your face, not like you in the background where they can barely see you. And then I just have a little bit in my bio. So I'm just kind of giving people a snippet of what I'm about. So I'm a mom of 3, and I said drinking coffee to keep up, which is basically my everyday. So it's really just like short and sweet. You can write whatever you want in there. But I would suggest just like giving a short little snippet of like what you're here for. A lot of people that have bios on here, they're not super long like Instagram. They're kind of just like short, witty, like straight to the point of what you're about. And then I wrote my Instagram name, but you can actually, before I realized you could link it. So where it says website, so if you had a blog or something like that, you could link your blog. You could link your link tree, or I forget what the other one was that someone was saying that they use, because Linktree's been kind of like jumbled up. But if you had one of those links like we do in our Instagram bios for people to get more information about anything, or your Amazon favorites, stuff like that, you could link that under your website when you're in this page, when you're in editing. Whoops. And then you can link your Instagram. And if you had a YouTube, you can link your YouTube. So that's the really cool thing, is that you can link all of that stuff right within your profile. So what I've been doing is, a lot of people that I will like their videos, it's like Instagram, you want to see more, right? So before there were stories on Instagram, I would follow somebody on Instagram and then I would go find them on Facebook because I just wanted to see more. I wanted to see if they had more content somewhere. So it's the same thing here. So they're going to check out your TikToks, hopefully get interested in you, and then go find you on Instagram or your blog or your YouTube channel or anything like that, just to want more information about you and see what you're about. So you're building that connection, and then they hopefully are going to go find you in a different platform. So that's the basis of like creating your profile, username, bio, make sure you have a nice picture, and then link all of those things. So when you guys are making videos, you, just like Instagram, we want to try to figure out who our market is that we are attracting. So to give you guys an example, so obviously my market is like moms, people that are close to 30 or in their 30s, people who, are just like me, like hot mess mom, maybe like into crafting, drink coffee all the time. Like those are the people I'm trying to attract. The people who get stressed out with their kids. Like I'm doing videos like that right now with all this quarantine stuff. And so that's who I'm trying to attract. So it's just like when we're trying to find our people. We're not trying to attract every single person. Like, you know what I mean? We're not going to be every single person's cup of tea. So think of who you're trying to attract. Same with your Instagram. So it'd obviously be very similar to just who your market is in general. And that's who you're going to find will hopefully speak to the videos that you guys are posting. So making a list of just some of your interests and hobbies, and this goes for all of your social platforms if you haven't done this yet, if you're a newer coach, when we're trying to build a brand on any platform, just making a list of some of our interests, our hobbies, things that align with our personality. Are you witty? Do you have dry humor? Are you shy? Are, you know, all of those things, like write that down, and that's going to be something you're going to put into your the TikToks that you guys are creating. I can't see the chat right now, so if there's questions in there, will someone just let me know, or I can answer them all after, whichever is easier. But okay, so when it comes to creating content, so I want you guys to have fun with this. I know it can be really scary. When I had first got TikTok, my friend Carly had introduced it to me, and I was like, oh, I don't know if this is my app. Like, I can have fun with videos, but like, you know, I cared too much what people thought, honestly. So I was always waiting for like that perfect, I lip synced it perfect, or I did the dance perfect, or, you know, like, I don't know. I just had like way too much going on in my brain, and I would like rarely post. When I started to have fun with it and just said like, you know what, I don't care if anybody views this. I don't care if I get 5 likes or if I get 500 likes on this. Like, I'm just having fun. This is just part of my personality, and I'm putting it out there. That's when I started to see my platform grow within TikTok. People upload like sometimes 3 videos a day. So there's not like a do it every single day or do 5 a day. There's no like, I'm still figuring out TikTok's algorithms. It's honestly like, I don't really understand what gets on the For You page, which is TikTok's kind of like their like explore page of Instagram or feed of Facebook. It's called the For You page. So that's basically just like the main page. If you're not clicking on people you're following, that For You is just going to be like people that pop up there through hashtags and stuff. But so posting like a couple, and there's, you don't have to spread them out. You can literally say in one morning you created 3 different TikToks. You can post them all at once. Like, you don't have to worry about posting every 2 hours or anything like that, or posting one and the other one being buried. It's not like that. So you can just literally get it out there and have fun with it. Doing voiceover. So like I said, I'll show you guys how you can find those and how they're really easy to grab the sound of somebody else. That is one of the things that people do on TikTok, just so you guys know. Like, it's not all original content. A lot of the times people are finding a sound that they are either using to make a funny video out of, or they're lip syncing to it, and it's not actually them speaking. So you click on the sound and then you use it as your own. But so doing a voiceover, creating your own, so you can literally put your own content out there, and you can do whatever you want. You can speak to the camera. Yeah, hold on. I think it's my son. Hold on one second. I'm so sorry. Sorry, he won't go to sleep. Okay, where was I? So you can talk directly and make your own video. Like, when I say there's no rules, there's no right or wrong way to make a TikTok. You can do the dances that trend on TikTok. So people will just create these like trendy dances, and then people just do the dance and they put it up as their own TikTok. There's a lot of singers on TikTok. So if singing is like your secret talent, get up there and sing, like put yourself out there. Basically use this platform to just show you and to just show your personality and not care who sees it. Because a lot of the times, like, I'm only following a few people, and only a few people that I actually know follow me back. So I don't care if a bunch of strangers think I'm weird or like don't like the way I'm dancing or whatever it is, because I don't actually know them. So just have fun with it and show you and show your personality. A couple tips, just like anytime you're creating content, is try to have good lighting. So obviously, a lot of us are home right now, probably, unless if you're an essential employee. And if you are, thank you so much. But if you are home during the day and you are able to get some natural lighting, set your phone. A lot of the times I set my phone just right on my windowsill. If you have a tripod in front of like a wide open door, anything where you can get some good lighting and you have the time, take that time to just create like some content when you have that good lighting. If it's later at night, a little ring light is great. I'm not gonna point it at you guys, but I have this little thing. So that's always good for like when it's darker out. But it is important, just like when we're taking our Instagram and Facebook photos, just to have like some good lighting on you. It just makes it brighter, it makes it appear, more visually appealing to people. And then, like I was saying before, like just don't wait for it to be perfect. If you mess up on something or you're not exactly on with lip syncing, like who cares? Just put it out there. The trends on TikTok move very quickly. So if you see a dance that and again, you don't have to dance. I might just keep referring to that because I do some of them. But if you see a dance or you see a voiceover that you're like, oh my God, that's so funny, I want to recreate that, just do it. Don't wait and be like, I'm going to do that next Tuesday of August at 3:00. Like, don't wait, because then the trend will be gone and it might not get, you might not get as many views as you would as if you just recorded it. I can't even tell you how many times the TikToks that I do that get a lot of views, I will just like, I'll see it on my phone and then I'm like, I'm going to try that. And I just do it and I put it up. I don't have makeup on. My hair's not done. Like, I'm not waiting for this picture perfect time. I just do it and just throw it up there. So don't be afraid. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Just get some stuff up there. And then you can do it exactly how the voiceover it is. You can do it exactly how that person did it, but you can also put your own spin on it. And maybe that is, so the one that I did yesterday, I'm hiding, it says I'm hiding from my husband and kids. And so some people were like in their closet with like a drink hiding. I'm in my kids' like tent chair hiding. So like I put my own little spin on it, even though I'm doing something similar to other people. So just putting your little spin on how you see that conversation that you're hearing going sometimes can make it just a little bit more of like original, to you. But so when you are creating, so I just wanted to show you, this is the screen. If you guys all go to, so if you're on your page or on the home page, so click home for me, and I just want to show you up top. Oh, Jackie popped up on mine. Up top, you can see following. So that's going to show you everybody that you are following on that side. If you click for you, that's your for you page. So if you're scrolling that's just going to be people that TikTok actually, so everybody's for you page is different. How you get to see the people that are on your for you page are based on what you put out and the hashtags that you use, the content that you like and comment on. So kind of like Instagram, what you like and comment and hashtag and stuff, TikTok recognizes, and they try to give you that in your for you page. So just to kind of, so you can see where you're seeing following versus for you. But so if you're on that homepage and you click the plus sign in between discover and inbox, that's going to bring you to this screen that I have right here that I just took a screenshot of what I was looking at. So I think you guys can see me move my mouse on here, but so this is the page or the screen that you'll see when you're going to create something. So if you were going to use a sound, you'll click up here on sounds, and that's just going to bring you to like all the sounds that are on TikTok. So if you're searching for, like, say you heard a voiceover that you wanted to recreate, it's harder to find on this. This is mostly just songs. So if you were just going to do like a pre-workout pump up or outfit changes or anything that you wanted to do for that day and you just wanted music for, it's going to be right on here. Hold on, he's knocking again. I need to text my husband. Please get landed. Always like when I'm doing something, do they need me? Okay, so that's just going to basically be songs. You can favorite songs, so that button next to it, favorites, is going to show all the songs that you favorited. So that's going to be a good way that if you like loved a song and you're like, oh, I want to do something to that later on, you can favorite. And the way that you favorite is there's a little, if you're on like the discover next to the song, there's like a little, it looks like kind of like a little flag almost. If you click that, that will favorite for you. And so then that will be saved in here so you can find those easier. But so that's how you would just put a sound to it. So say you just wanted to click, we're going to click Savage. That's going to be the sound for when you guys hit record right here. That's the sound that's going to come up. So that's the way that you can find just plain music. Down here, 15 and 60 seconds. So if you were doing something that obviously was longer, you want to make sure you switch over to here, because unfortunately if you record on 15, you can't like add to it. So make sure before you set yourself up, you decide if it's going to be short or longer, and you would just change that. And then over here is the effects button. So if you guys just kind of click through, there's just like some fun effects. So if you ever see people that have like 3 of them, there's you'll see 3 little bodies down here, and that will make it so that when you're recording, you will pop up 3 times. And you can kind of just play around with all of those different ones. There's some that are just like light effects. There's a green screen, so you can put like a picture behind you. There's all different things. So I just kind of play around with these down here if I'm looking for something specific, or just like have a little bit extra time and want to just kind of peek through those. You also can take a pre-recorded video. So that's what this upload right here is. If you click on upload, that's going to bring you to all the videos in your phone. So say you had like a video of your kid from when they were a baby, or whatever, or you took the video just on here, you can upload it into TikTok. You can add your own sound. You can change the speed and all of that, just like you would if you recorded it right within the app. Let me just see if there's any. The effects, it's the button on the left. Oh yeah. Do you get better engagement from uploaded videos versus videos recorded in the app, or vice versa? So, so far for me, I've only uploaded a few, and they were like really throwback videos, so the quality was not great, because honestly, I had to screen record them from like my Facebook. It would be like an old video of Aiden like laughing hysterically when he was a baby, and he's almost 7 now. So I didn't get a lot of engagement on those, and I think that was just like the quality of the video wasn't great. So for me personally, just like shooting it right in the app has been a better engagement wise for me. I'm so sorry guys, hold on one more second. You guys can play around with that for 1 second. Yeah, mom life, and they only want me. They don't want him. So sorry about that. But I CG was gaming, so he couldn't hear me through his headset. But beauty mode, yes, beauty. There's actually really funny TikTok for beauty mode that a lot of people like to do. But okay, let me get back into this. So where was I? So yeah, so there's a lot of fun effects. So play around with those. The upload, that's what we're talking about. Oh, so down here, this right here that you can see with the 1x, 2x, 3x, those are different speeds. So if you're recording, obviously you can speed it up, or you can slow it down as you're recording. I'll show you kind of a trick with that when it comes to doing voiceovers. And there's filters, but for filters, you can actually just kind of like on Instagram, you can just swipe and they will also show up. But if you actually click filters, it will show you like down here at the bottom. And then, so the timer, I wanted to show you this because this took me forever to figure out, and it's a lifesaver. So if you click the timer button right here with the clock and the 3, it will bring you to this screen. Hopefully you guys are pulling it up too because it's hard to see with my ring light, but you can click 3-second or 10-second, and that will just give you either a 3-second or a 10-second countdown. So you're able to, you know, prop it up and run back. So you're not like pressing it and then trying to do what you're doing. And then this right here, where you see all the sound, if you drag the little red line all the way to the right, there's a little red line that should be all the way to the end of your sound. If you drag that, wherever you stop that, so say you were doing something where you're going to be doing like an outfit change or a room change or anything, you can drag it to what time you want your video to stop, so you're not running back and pressing stop. And that way when it does start, so then if we just click the 3-second, it'll go 3, 2, 1, and it will record and it will stop exactly where I drew that line. So then up top you'll see like blue, and that's going to show you how much has a video recorded already. And then you would just, to do it again, to add more to your video, you would do the same thing. If you needed to stop again, or you wanted a timer, you click timer again, 3 or 10 seconds. And then same thing, if you needed it to stop at a certain point, you would drag it to where you needed it to stop. Or if you were just going to let it go for the rest of the time, just leave it and then hit start countdown and it will start again. So then when you are good with your video, and you don't have to go the full 15 or 60 seconds, you can stop it wherever you want to stop it. You just click the red check mark and then it will play, so you can preview. If you want it to be like, oh, let me see how that looks before I keep going, you can preview it. And then if you needed to go back and add more to it, just hit that arrow up in the left top corner and it will bring you right back to that record screen. And then another quick thing, so once you hit that red arrow and you're in this, so let me scroll down on here into the editing. Once you're down here, so once you've clicked, this is just a screenshot from one of my videos. Once you have what you are happy with recorded, this is the screen you're going to see right before you go to next, which is where you will type in your caption. So down here, so if you wanted to add text to your video, you would click the text button, type your text. You can change the color. You can change, there's a couple of different fonts. You can have, the color all around it, just like on Instagram. And so then when you have your text, obviously you can, spread it to make it bigger or smaller with your fingers. And then if you hold the text down, if you only wanted it to last for, you'll see some people's videos where like text will just pop up for like 5 seconds of their video and then another new text will pop up. So the way that you do that is you just hold down the text that you wrote, and then this little blurb will pop up that will say edit or set duration. So you'll click set duration, and then down here you're going to drag the red from the right side to the left, or wherever you wanted it within your video, but it will show you where it's playing in your video and at what seconds. And then you can hit play and it will show you what it looks like in your video before you hit the check mark, which is what you would do when you're happy with it. And you can go back and edit that too if it's not, perfect or however you want it. But once you get to this slide 2, you can also still edit the filters if you wanted to add a filter to it. You can add stickers in it, kind of like the GIFs in stories and stuff. Let's see, there are some effects that you can play around with. I don't do too much of this, but you can add like neon color and just kind of like play around with those. You can drag that to be in certain parts of your video. There's different transitions. And then you can reverse, repeat it, or slow down what you already filmed too. So there's a time section of that too. And then up here under filter, so right here, you can see adjust clips. So if you were doing kind of before how I showed you to stop the timer at certain stages, if you were like, oh, that's dragging out a little bit longer than I wanted, or there's like some wasted space in there where it's just kind of like an awkward pause or something like that, you can click adjust clips. I would do that first before you do any text because it will remove your text. And you can shorten them if they're too long, and then it will just shorten it within your video and plug it in with the rest of your clips that are already there. And then I've never done this before, but there is a voiceover button, so you can talk over. You could talk as your video is playing. So that would actually kind of be cool. Maybe if you were doing like a tutorial or something like that, you could just be doing your tutorial and you could be using the voiceover feature to talk about it as you're doing it. Oh, Nicole, I've been doing the voiceover for my recipes. Yeah, so that's a great way where you can just kind of do exactly what you're doing and then go back and add your commentary to it. Let's see, filters, clips, text. So once you're happy with the text, if you have text within your video, all of that stuff, the timing, all of that, you're going to hit next. And then it's just going to bring you to this screen. I don't know if you guys, I should have taken a picture of this, but anyways, just going to bring you to the next screen. And this is where you're going to just be able to put your caption and your hashtags. And you can mention friends if you had a friend in your video, or say you were doing, some people will do other people's dances that they create, or they'll like give people credit for using their thing, so they'll just mention them. But you can write your description of your video. I would say try to keep it just like short and sweet for the descriptions, something that will just kind of like catch someone's eye. Sometimes people like laugh at the oh my god, why can't I think of what that's called now? My brain is fried. The caption, sorry guys. Some people will just be like, oh my god, the caption, like just make it short and sweet because you want to be able to fit some hashtags, and there is a character limit. So you can just type out hashtag and then write ones, or you can click on, if you click on hashtags, it will show you ones that you've previously used. So if you use a lot of if you use like similar hashtags within your videos, it will show you. So I use a lot of like babies of TikTok, mommy and me, things like that. So those will pop up at the top, and then it also will show you just like the hashtags that are currently trending. And I wouldn't just go ahead and press all of those, but say you're doing like one time when quarantine first started, there was one that was trending that was just like happy at home. So that was more of like a generic one that you probably could have put with most of your videos. So sometimes I would add that. But you just want to hashtag like what your video is about. So for Nicole, like if it's cooking, like recipes, hashtag healthy recipe, hashtag easy meal prep, hashtag easy recipe, like just literally exactly what your video is. If it's a dancing, hashtag video. or not video, hashtag dancing. Sorry guys. Hashtag and the song. If it's a popular song, you could hashtag the song. If you're doing a voiceover of a Kardashian, hashtag Kardashians, hashtag you know, hashtag almost 30, hashtag over 30, hashtag 20 something, hashtag whatever your market is, like put those hashtags in there. And then I did just want to include some of the popular, don't ask me about this XYCBA. I don't know what it means, but for whatever reason, hashtag that, it's got like so many billions of views within that hashtag. So sometimes I add that to mine. But hashtagging just like FYP, which stands for You page, and then hashtag that shouldn't say your, For You page, adding those in will help just because they have like billions of views within there too. And then like I was saying before, with the hashtags, TikTok will actually take what you're hashtagging and the content that you're liking and commenting on and viewing, and that's how they create your For You page. So like me, my husband just got TikTok and he told me I was addicted to it and he literally doesn't get off of it. So, and he's like, oh my God, have you seen this video? And I'm like, no, because some of the things we have similar, but he has his things that he will like and comment in, and I have mine. So they're a little different. Let me just check in now.
Actually, we have a couple questions about hashtags.
Okay.
So one is, so Hallie said, I saw someone say not to use hashtag FYP and such anymore, but to use more specific ones. So what are your thoughts on specific versus generic hashtags? And then also, is there a certain number of hashtags that we should be using?
Okay, so I actually did just see, there's this one girl that pops up in my page sometimes who literally her whole TikTok is just giving TikTok tips. And I did see that she was saying, oh, don't hashtag For You page and stuff like that. And I think that so I still will I'll still throw that in there. Her only reason why she was saying to not have those be your only hashtags is because of kind of what I was just telling you guys is that everyone's For You page is different. So if you're trying to find more of your target audience, I think it's good to have one or two of those like bigger hashtags in there to get some eyes on your stuff. But I think it's also good to have like more to your specifics also. So like a mixture of the two. I don't think there's a number, like there's definitely not a room for like 30 or like how we used to do on Instagram. I usually will just throw in honestly as many as I can fit with my captions sometimes, or sometimes I just do like 4 if it's a more generic video. But that's something too that you can just kind of play around with. Like I said, I'm still kind of figuring out the algorithms with TikTok. Like sometimes you put up a video and you're like, this is going to be amazing. Like this is going to get so many views. Oh my God. And then and then it just totally flops and you're like, what the heck? And then somebody else puts up a video of like them literally drawing an S on their paper and they hit 2 million something views. And you're like, I don't understand. So still playing around with that. And so I think just like post to what's fun and hashtag to your market and what you're doing within your TikTok. Let me see, Jackie, where was the editing click? The adjust, is that what you're talking about, Jack? Let me see if I can go back. The adjust clips. If you go to this screen, so right before you hit next to write in your caption, if you click adjust clips, right here, it will show you all the different clips that you have if you filmed in clips. Mine's just one big one because I didn't do clips for just the thing that I had just filmed. But that's where you can drag it and cut it short and resave it. And then it will just chop that off. But make sure if you go back and do that before you add any text in your video, because it will, I feel like they need to change this with TikTok, but they'll make you start over with as far as the text. And sometimes when you're like throwing different ones and you're setting times, that's when you're like, God damn it. Like that just took me forever. But hopefully that answered your question. Okay, cool. So I want to show you guys one more thing. That's all I had for as far as like written stuff, because I figured you guys would have questions too. But so when it comes to doing, like, say you see somebody's video and you want to recreate either the sound that they're doing the dance with, or you want to do the audio or whatever. Let me just go to okay. So the other day I did one where I said I wanted to quit everything. It was an audio, or they were asking to quit everything. So say you clicked on one of my videos or whoever's video on your For You page or someone you follow, and you were like, I want to do that sound. So if you're on somebody, so just go click on anybody's video, just for example. At the bottom, it will scroll and it will say original sound, or it will be the music to what like the song is. Where that is scrolling, go ahead and click on that. And then that will bring you to everyone else that has also done that video or used that sound. But you can either up top add it to your favorites so that you can go back and find that very easily, or you click at the bottom, the red flashing, use this sound. So then it's going to pop you back up to this page where we're filming in, and that original sound or whatever voiceover is going to be up here. So that's going to be in your video. So then when you guys are doing like lip syncing, or, you know, to somebody else's sound. So some people always ask me, like, does it take you forever to do some of these videos? Like, do you memorize the words, or like, how do you do this? And so, will the text be included as well? Like if they had text on their video, are you saying? No, so that won't be. You would have to, if you wanted to add text, you would have to add your own text. It will just take the sound. But sometimes if they have an effect attached to their video, it will pop up when you click use this sound, the effect that they were using will pop up. But if that happens, you can just click on the effects button and then just hit the circle with the line through it, and it will take that away if you didn't want it. But so an easy way when you're doing like the lip syncing is, so when you hit play, so I don't know if you guys can hear this, but.
Hi, I'm calling to quit. Can you tell me who I need to talk to?
So this is the sound.
Yeah, I just want to quit it all. I want to quit everything. Yeah, I just don't want to do any of this anymore. So whoever I need to talk to just make it stop, please connect me. Hi, I'm calling to quit. Can you tell me who I need to talk to?
So once you kind of just like film through that, it's just going to keep looping. So this is an easy way to just like practice yourself talking to the sound before you actually go back and record yourself doing it. Just kind of practicing with it looping. And then I always say just go for it a couple times, because so say you film, so the blue line goes all the way through. Up here when you film, this little line right here will fill with blue. And when it gets to the end, that means you can't add any more video. So you can go back and erase that. So I just kind of like will go for it. And if sometimes the first time I'm like, oh, like sometimes the first time is the best time you do something. The more times you do it, you're like, you just get jumbled over your words and stuff. But so I'll just kind of keep doing it until I like it, and say I like it, but I'm like, ooh, I could do better. You can click the red, and then that will bring you to the next screen. If you were going to add words or whatever, you can do all of that. And then you can hit next, and you can hit drafts. Instead of post, you can hit drafts, and it will save it to your draft so that you later can go back and post that one if you wanted to post it. So sometimes even I'll just like do some and I'll save it to my drafts and post later on, or just like if I'm not totally happy with it, I'll save it to my drafts. But so with the voiceovers, So I'll turn it up so you guys can hear it. But so I'm going to erase that because I didn't talk. So here, when you're on this screen, and here's your voiceover up here, okay, it's going to say the sound. If you click this 2x, when you record, you guys are going to hear it go a little bit slower, and then it will speed it up normal pace when you actually hit to play your video. So I'm just going to show you what it sounds like when you hit record.
Hi, I'm calling to quit. Can
You
you
can
tell
hear how
me
it's
who I
slower.
need to talk to?
So you can kind of take your time.
Yeah, I just want to quit it all.
So I'll just stop it there and I'll hit this so you guys can hear.
Hi, I'm calling to quit. Can you tell me who I need to talk to?
So when
Yeah.
so when it actually plays, it plays normal time. And sometimes you look normal doing, you can tell you're a little sped up because when you record the sound in the slow-mo, when it plays at normal time, it will kind of speed you up a little bit, but sometimes it looks totally normal. So I will play around with that too. And that makes it a little bit easier when you guys are trying to do, like if they're longer or something like that. That's a little trick that a lot of people will do. And same with dances. So if you're trying to learn a dance, you can put it in slow motion as you're recording it. You can even go as far as the 3x. And it will slow it down so you can learn the dance slower as you're doing it. So that's kind of just like a little trick when it comes to trying to get those things down. So sometimes I'll do that just to learn it. And if I'm happy with the way it sounds and looks with being a little sped up after doing it with the sound in slow-mo, I'll post it like that. But if it looks kind of weird, then I'll try to do it just like regular time. But it just helps. It's just an easier way to kind of get the words down. And then I feel like the more times you say it, a lot of times it's a really quick clip. You can, get it down and say it more with like you're actually saying it. So, does anybody have any questions, just like in general, or anything that maybe I went over? I'll stop. Sounds other than music. So like people talking and stuff, Coley? How do you get the big heads? That's one of my favorite. So that's an effect, Deed. So the way that I find, God, sorry. The way that I find sounds is just scrolling my For You page. If I see a video that I like, that I'll favorite that sound. Also, if you like the video, when you click on the when you click on me down here, just when you're on like either your home screen or yourself, if you go right here where there's a heart, in your settings, you can make it so people can't see the videos that you like. I'm pretty sure mine are public. But if you click on that heart, it will show you every single video that you have liked. So sometimes that's an easy way to like go back and do one that you had liked that you wanted to do before. And that's just a case where you would click on the video and then click down here to use that person's sound and then click use that sound. So that's the main way I do it. So there is the discover tab. Sometimes if it's a really popular video or like so most of us have probably heard of the board in the house board song and video. Which by the way, that guy, this is how cool social media is. Tyga found him and now they have a song together. And Bored in the House is like the hook of the song. Like how freaking cool. Like he was just a guy rapping on TikTok and then now he's in a song with Tyga. Like I just think that stuff is so cool. But so for example, if you click on discover and say you typed Bored in the House. So you can type people's names or songs or sounds, but even if you just type bored, the first two are Bored in the House and then Bored in the House board. So if you click on one of those, it will show you the top, which is he's the first one. But if you go to, most of the time, then when you click on that, that's going to be the sound you're looking for just on that top page. But if it's not, you can go through the videos, and that will just, any person that hashtag board, or, and a lot of times people will hashtag like trendy things like that. So for this song, for example, a lot of people, when they do it, will hashtag board in the house. So that's like a really easy one to search, obviously, because it's super popular. But that's a way too that you can kind of search things, but mainly just when I'm on my For You page, or you can send videos to friends. So I'll send like funny videos to CJ that I see, or anything like that. And then, or I'll send some to Carly. She does a lot of dances, and I'll be like, "Ooh, you need to do this dance." So then it's just like in your messages too. Okay, so Deed, how to get the big heads. That's an effect. Let me see. Oops. I think you would just search. Gotta be, oh my God, my phone. You can type it in. Yeah, that's just gonna be one of the, yeah, so okay. I don't know if you can see it, but if you're under trending, Deed and effects on my screen, I'm wondering if it's the same for you guys. Yeah, Sam, it's in trending. If you go down, it's like the fourth row, and then I have shake all the way to the left, and then it's that next screen. It's like a big, it just looks like an alien head kind of. But when you click on that, then when you put yourself in it, you will be a big head. And so a way to, it only shows up when you're making, when you're showing your face. So a lot of times people, when they do videos with other people, if you cover your face or like turn your face, it won't show up. So that's how they have like it going back and forth um, for that effect. Chelsea, do you connect on TikTok? So far, I haven't done like messages or anything like that through TikTok. Honestly, I just started to get like some followers within TikTok. I feel like once you get a couple videos just to get like a decent amount of views on it, people just start rapid fire following you. And I will say a lot of the people that are following me are like 12-year-old girls, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know how, how authentic of connections, obviously, but I have noticed that people have come over to Instagram and followed me on Instagram. So then those people, if they're not children, I will kind of reach out to and just say like, hey, where did you find me? And so that's kind of how I am wanting to starting to build connections through TikTok. So I have seen some people on here do where they will straight up like they'll do a trendy sound, and they'll say things like how I make income from home. Like they'll talk about literally what they do as their job within a different MLM. And a lot of people will comment on it and say like, I want some more info and stuff like that. So don't even be afraid to put things out there like that. Like I said, people don't know you for the most part within this app. So just like do whatever you want and play around with it. But that's kind of how I think I plan on doing connections. But a way that I will say that you can connect with people on here is something that is super important, which you guys should be doing on Instagram as well, is always commenting back to the people that comment to you. Like and comment back, even if it's like a simple heart or an emoji or like anything. Like a lot of people today for the one video that I did yesterday were asking where I had got that chair, and it was a gift. So I don't really, I don't have like a link for it or anything like that, but I just copied and pasted like the same thing that was like, hey, try typing this into Instagram or Amazon, I mean. But I try to comment back to every single person that comments on my stuff. I think that's really important for building connections. They see that you're a real person behind your videos. And then also commenting on other people's videos as you are connecting with them, just like as you're scrolling your For You page or something. I have 1 million views? I am TikTok famous. No, I'm kidding. Oh my God, that's cool. I didn't know that. Well, there you go. There you have it, people. Just kidding. It's the silliest video. But that is so fun. Okay. Well, and that one, guys, took me 3 seconds to film. Parker was ramming her walker into my feet as I was trying to do it. Like that was like, oh, Carly had sent me the video and I was like, oh, that's a funny sound I can relate to. And then I just filmed it and threw it up there. So my other most popular video, I'm literally pinching Parker's cheeks. So it's like they're so mindless. Some of these are so mindless. I don't put a lot of like thought into them. How do you do outfit changes, like from your PJs to your workout clothes? So that's where you would film yourself like in your pajamas and you would go to the timer, and that's where you would slide it to end, say like 5 seconds or wherever you're going to end it. So you would film yourself in your one outfit and then it will end, and then go get changed. And then so say you were I'm not great with transitions, I'm going to be honest, but say you're doing like the jumping thing. So you just kind of want to like you're in your PJs and you like jump up at the end, so it catches you jumping up. Then when you're coming now when you're in a different outfit, you kind of just like jump and try to catch the down side. That's where like you might have to play with like erasing that last clip and doing it again to try to get that transition smoother. That's something that I'm definitely working on. But yeah, so you would just slide it, have it stop at a certain amount of time, go change, and then come back. And then if you're going to do another one, same thing, slide it, stop, film yourself, change. And I know that can sound like a lot of work, you guys, but honestly, if it's something like changing from your pajamas to your workout clothes, you're going to do that anyways. And that's something where you can maybe go from like coffee to energized, or like again, just having like a cup where people can see the color of our drink, for them to say like, what is that you drink, that like I see you drink on your TikTok every morning, or something like that. And even them just see you constantly have like a morning routine. If you're a morning routine type of person, you could make a TikTok of your morning routine and hashtag morning routine and hashtag energy and hashtag what you do within that, just to kind of give some ideas. Is there a reason that my cover photo sometimes moves and other times it's just a static photo? Oh, okay, yeah. So you're talking about like on your video, Gretchen? So I feel like most of the time they move, but you can actually pick how you want that. So let me go to my let me just go to my drafts really quick. So if you're at the screen where you're typing in your caption and your hashtags, where your video is in this little square, you're going to hit select cover. And then down here at the bottom, you can drag and it's kind of like a boomerang. So you can pick what boomerang you want people to see your video as it is on your profile. So if maybe it seems like it's still because it got whatever shot of you like not really moving a lot in it. But you can kind of pick, a lot of times we'll just take the very first clip, but if you want it to do something different, you just drag it and it will do a little boomerang, and that's what will show like on your profile on here when it moves, when people are scrolling through. Any other questions, guys? Oh, something else that I learned is if, say your For You page is, for whatever reason, full of younger people, like middle schoolers or whatever, videos that you don't want to see, I'm pretty sure you can actually click, I don't want to see this. Let me try to get there. I'm trying to think where we can do that. Okay, so if you're on your For You page, here's this girl's super cute, but I mean, I probably wouldn't say that I don't want to see this, but she's probably 11 years old. But so if you click this arrow, which is what you would click to like send to somebody if you wanted to share with your friend, or if you wanted to share in a text message or anything like that, it will say report or not interested. You can just click not interested, and then it kind of gives TikTok a message like, hey, I don't want to see those things in my For You page. Just if, sometimes these weird trends pop up and you're like, I'm not into that. So then you would just click not interested, and it will kind of just help to filter that that's not something you want to see. Pretty much all that I have. I will say that TikTok does like you, just like how Instagram likes you to interact, and like and comment, and same with Facebook. TikTok does like you to do their trendier things. Again, you don't have to dance. You don't have to, like, if you're not a dancer, then don't dance. Like, you don't have to do those things. Don't feel like you have to, but they do like to, if there's like trends going around, they do like you to participate in them, I guess. Like that's a way to kind of build your following, is by doing a couple of those trendier videos that are happening at that time, or hashtagging some of the trendier hashtags. Is your personal liked tab always hidden? Mine isn't. I'm pretty sure mine's public. Do you guys see what I like, or is mine hidden?
Yours is private when I go.
Oh, it is. Okay, maybe it automatically does that. I didn't know that. Maybe you can't make it. Oh, I don't know. That might be under settings. Edit. I don't know. I'll have to play around with that. That's probably under like privacy. Yeah, so I guess it is. I don't think I selected it that way though.
Gretchen also said, how do you find out what's trending? Is that just the, like, For You?
How do you find out what's trending? So if you click on your Discover tab right here, it will show you just like hashtags that are trending. And then you can see a bunch of videos. Oh, Gretchen, pet blog is trending right now. You need to get Finn up on your TikTok. So that will kind of show you just like TikTok DIY is trending right now. That's got 1.2 billion videos currently. So it'll kind of show you the trending videos through there. But also I feel like once you guys start getting into your which you can get totally lost in TikTok. So if you decide to scroll your For You page, make sure your business activity tracker is finished for the day and you have done your work, because let me tell you, you will just go down a rabbit hole and be lost in TikTok world. There's actually like a thing that pops up that's like, maybe you should take a break. I've gotten that sometimes, like when I'm just laying in bed. It gets kind of addicting, but I feel like just on your For You page, you kind of see, you'll hear like the same song. Like right now, there's this, I don't even know what the song is called, but you guys will probably see it, where it's a really simple dance and a lot of people are doing it. Like you'll kind of just scroll through and you'll get the same type of like people doing the same dance or using the same song. And that is something that usually is trending. If you guys do like to dance, they say that you should follow some of the top creators, they call them, to help get yourself some following too. If you are a big dancer, this girl Charlie D'Amelio, I'll type her in here. She's like 18 years old or something. She's recently, well, before all of this, she was on all of the she was on Ellen. She's like the most followed Yay, Coley, I just posted my first TikTok. What's your name? So we can all go like it. Okay, yeah, I did spell that right. So she's the most followed creator on TikTok. She does she's a dancer. So if you're somebody who is a dancer, she basically anything she does turns into a trend. So she's somebody that you could follow and then do some of her dances if that was something you were into. And then one last thing I'll show you guys, and then if you have any other questions, but something that's fun too is you can do duets with people. So what that looks like is it's like a split screen. So say you went to somebody you were following, or say you went to my page and whatever. So one of the videos that I did, you could click duet, and what that will do, so where you do that is down where the arrow is again, where you would be going to share that, you would click the arrow button, and then next to save video, you're going to click duet, and that's going to pop up the original video that you're duetting and then your screen for you to film. And then you can either, like, some people get creative and do their take on the opposite side of what you're doing, or if it's a dance, they'll just do a dance along with you. So that's something fun you can do with your friends too, or a really like popular creator, you can duet them and do the same dance, and just kind of put your own spin on it and all that stuff. But that's kind of a fun thing too. Yeah, Hallie, if you are a shuffler, you need to get on there and like do tutorials, show people how to shuffle, like do all that stuff. Random question, should our TikTok username be our actual name so it's easier for people to find us versus our Instagram usernames? So mine is my name, which is my Instagram too, but I don't know. I mean, your Instagram is linked. So if you link, as long as you guys have your Instagram linked, I think that you could definitely put your name. I don't have, well, I'm wondering if you just search like first and last name, if they would pop up, even if that wasn't there. I think you would.
I think it does, because I was looking for Gretchen the other day and I typed in Gretchen Holly, but
And she popped up.
it didn't, because it's like, I think it's Coach Greta Piper. So I'm like, I wonder what people would search for me. And like for you guys, I'm typing in like Coley and I'm like, oh, didn't see her.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say either just like if you're going to reference it in your Instagram and you're using your same Instagram name and it's not just your exact name, Sam, you might be able to, because you have the swipe up.
No.
Oh, wait, because you got hacked.
Yeah. Ashley sure does though.
Well, I was going to say, if you have that, I don't have that, but if you have that feature, you could probably link your TikTok, if you were talking about it, or if you put your so I don't share all my TikToks on my Instagram stories. I actually did a bunch of polls yesterday. If you guys haven't done this in a while, I don't know, I've never done it before. I just did a bunch of polls of like what people wanted to see from me. And I did throw in like fitness to it too, but I just threw in some of just my normal hobbies and stuff. And I actually got a ton of engagement, and I never get any engagement on polls. So if you haven't done that in a while, like go do that. But a lot of people said they wanted to see TikToks, so I'm going to start sharing more in there. But you could just like say, like, are you on TikTok yet? Go find me and like write your TikTok name out. So if you wanted to make it easy, you could probably just do your name, but if not, your Instagram's linked, and then I would just direct people to exactly what it's called. And two, when you post a video, so say like on your Instagram, your watermark will be on it. So it will show you your TikTok name on the watermark. So people can see it from that too.
I feel like we could stay on this for like 3 hours as we explore that. I think of more questions the more I explore, but
definitely just like play around with it. Like and honestly, guys, like YouTube and Google are my best friends if I have a question for anything. And I think that just goes for anything. Like I just got a Cricut machine for my birthday, and I was trying to just figure out how to do all the vinyl stuff, and I just Googled everything. So same with like TikTok. If you guys have, I mean, if you have anything, of course you can message me too if you want, and hopefully I know the answer, but I don't know everything about it yet either. I'm just like playing around with it and playing with different effects. And I think too, as you're figuring out your market on TikTok, because it might not be the same as on Instagram, because if you think about Instagram and Facebook, a lot more people are probably familiar with us. Like we probably have a lot more of our warm market versus our cold on those platforms, where this is probably going to be more of a cold market for a lot of us. So you, as you're posting videos, you'll start to see more of what people want to see from you. So I've noticed that when I do kind of like the, like, not bad mom, but like the bad mom, funny, like I'm hiding from my kids, or, you know, things like that, people like to see that from me for whatever reason, or they like to see the cutesy, like me and Parker stuff. But if I try to do like other things where like I'm maybe trying to be funny in a different way, like it's still showing my personality. So I'm still going to put it out there because I just think it's funny and I like it. But I start to see what people like more based on like what I'm posting and stuff. So you'll kind of figure that out too as you go too.
I love it. Any last minute questions for Ashley? I feel like I'm going to watch this recording at least 2 more times, because I was trying to do it as you were talking, then I would miss something, and I'm like, wait, that's exactly what I needed to know. But that was so helpful. I feel like you covered like the simple like snap ones. I feel like that too. You just kind of have to do it in order to like test it out.
Yeah. Try not to be so intimidated, because sometimes you'll watch something and you're like, oh my God, like, what did she just say? But if you just kind of let it loop a little bit or just go for it, like you can always erase it and do it again. So it'll be
Holy, because me too, I'm lost.
fun.
This is super helpful though. Thank you so much, Ashley. If you guys have any questions, then I'll just maybe post them in the recording, and I'll tag Ash in the recording so that she can like come in as she has some time. And the one thing I did like that she said is do this after you do your business activity tracker. I mean, even tonight as she was talking, I was like getting lost and like saving some things that I wanted to do. So it's a super fun thing. It's like what I call fluffy work that I do think can help benefit our businesses. But after you invite and follow up and add value in your posting, things like that. The next thing you know, it's hours later. Yeah, exactly. Let's do a boomerang, and then we'll let you guys go. And thank you guys for staying on for so long. All right. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hallie, you popped up on mine. Awesome. Thank you so much for hopping on, guys. Have a wonderful night. And thanks again, Ashley.